Hey! This first is an apology video. I have not made a video in 4 months. I have no reason for that. I was playing Animal Crossing for 4 months and I haven't made a video. That's simply it. I have invested every ounce of creative energy I possessed within 4 months into this game, and people have experienced their burnout, you know, a couple months ago. I literally am just experiencing the burnout now. The reason it took me so long to be burnt out by that game is because I'm an OG.
This is not a legitimate gig.
I am using this grace period, I guess I could say, to make videos and get back on track with life. And this is my statement of me consistently uploading to YouTube. Whoa, she's making a statement. If you are one of the 7,000 new subscribers that I have gained in the period of 4 months, which is my entire following is 7,000. So I gained my entire following in the 4 months that I was gone. If you are one of those 7,000 people, hello, it is nice to meet you. I would shake your hand, but we have to be safe in these times. So I simply greet you with a smile. So I come back bearing a gift, and this gift is a tutorial if you read the title. I use this method in every single one of my videos.
Because I'm a woman. Phenomenally.
Allow me to show you something.
And so I have received a couple of questions on how I achieve this. Some background on what this whole thing is. It's not that when you draw and it's like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this today. I'm not teaching you this, which is a very popular form of little animations to put in videos. What I am going to be teaching you is this. What we're basically going to be achieving today is what I like to call counterfeit animation. We're not going to be going into After Effects and creating animations. We're not going to be doing any motion graphics, none of that.
It was really scary.
Now for your supplies, what are you going to need in order to do this amazing, fun, wonderful thing? I personally use a iPad, and don't click off the video yet because you don't need an iPad. This is my mom's actually, and an Apple Pencil. Now these are probably the dream team, that or a little tablet, because you can really replicate handwriting easiest on here. However, you could also use a phone in your finger and get the Procreate app, which is what I use, but honestly, you can probably use like Microsoft Paint or something.
Some of y'all about to be real mad at me.
Anything where you can draw on a canvas and you can change that canvas's color. And you will also need a editing software in which you are able to chroma key. What is chroma key? Basically, it's when you are able to pick a color, typically green, like in green screens, when they're like doing green screen stuff and they make all those cool effects in movies.
That's right.
You take that color and then you are able to take it away, basically. So if you have Premiere Pro, you are able to do this. I don't know if you can do this with Final Cut Pro. I don't know what other softwares you can do this with, but we're scrappy here on my channel and I'm sure we will figure out a way. We're gonna get into our steps. Now there are, the core steps, the core things that you will need to do in order to make this happen. But I also have some tips and tricks at the end to really make this come to life and make it look and be wonderful, okay? Let's get into the basics, our Counterfeit Animation 101 class. Once you've found the app you want to use, you're just gonna download it and then open it up. Step 1, super easy. If you could imagine green screen green, choose the color that best fits green screen green. So we have our green screen green. We're going into step 3. We are absolutely flying through this. You're gonna choose which you would like to write in. Now, Ashley, aka Best Dressed YouTube icon, enlightened me to the wonderful world of chalk. in Procreate from her editing video, and I love chalk. I also like to make the color white because it looks nice. When I bring it into Premiere, I never really have any problems with the green screen, but I'm not gonna arrest you if you try other colors. If you're using an iPhone or an iPad, you just click that screen record button that we all know and love. If you're using a computer, you can use QuickTime, in which you're able to screen record, and there's a bunch of other softwares if you're using a PC to screen record. Now, don't be afraid if you mess up, because that's why editing was invented. That is why I love to edit, because you erase all your mistakes in editing. Like how earlier I choked on my own spit and I cut it out. You're gonna have to get this file, this screen recording, onto your computer. Now, if you are using an iPhone or an iPad and you have a Mac, easy, you airdrop it. It's smooth, it's simple, it's wonderful, and it's amazing. But if you don't, maybe email it, maybe upload it to Dropbox. You got it, you can figure it out. We're scrappy here, as I said. You got this. Just get this little file onto your computer. Now you're gonna import this little guy into Premiere or whatever editing software which you can chroma key. So whether you wanna put this on footage you've already filmed, or maybe just a little color mat or a picture, you're deciding. It's your choice, it's your life. So now you're just gonna crop everything out that isn't that green screen area. You're gonna go into the effects panel if you are using Premiere Pro and just type in crop and then drag the effect onto your clip. And then you're gonna go into your effects controls panel and you're going to use your sliders and the percentages to adjust every edge of that clip. So you're going to just type in key into the effects panel if you're using Premiere, and I select the Ultra key effect. Go into your effects controls panel, then you're gonna go to the key color and use the eyedropper tool and select that green color, and boom, it's like magic. One thing you also should probably do is adjust the positioning and the scale. It's likely that the size of the screen recording and the writing doesn't really match up with what you want it to look like on the video or the photo. Now for tidying it up, I go into the color correction area and I raise the exposure a bit, and typically I also raise the whites a bit just to make that white really pop. So that's the basics. That's Counterfeit Animation 101. Now we're gonna be going into the 110 class, which is some tips and tricks on how to really just elevate it. Speed. You're gonna be doing some speedy tricks. So I write slow when screen recording to make sure I make my handwriting look her best, to make sure I'm not spelling anything wrong, and I'm just really focusing on the handwriting. No need to worry about this because we can simply adjust the speed. Now, if you're in Premiere, I simply press the R hotkey and I just drag it to how I like, how fast I want her to be. And now it's not going at a snail's pace in which I screen recorded it. Another thing you can do that can help adjust the timing, especially if you didn't leave the writing or whatever it is on the screen recording long enough, all you have to do is do a frame hold, and to do that, you're gonna have the playhead on the area of the clip that you want to basically screenshot. You're going to go into Clip, Video Options, Add Frame Hold, and that will basically cut where you selected and just kind of freeze frame it, and then you can adjust it like it's a picture type of deal. And it's very helpful for adjusting the timing. The next tip is sound design, and this really does bring the little counterfeit animations to life. What you're going to do is take whatever type of writing utensil you prefer, you know, a marker, a pencil, a pen, anything. I prefer the classic number 2 pencil. I don't know if it's the nostalgia of filling in those circles of the standardized tests. Could be. could be something to unpack that's much deeper than nostalgia. Whatever it is, I like the number 2 pencil, and all you're gonna do is record yourself, whether that's with a microphone or your camera. I just use the wired Apple headphones because the microphone on that is pretty good, and I just record myself writing random stuff. So I write down little quotes, song lyrics, just random thoughts that pop into my head, anything like that. And I just change up the pace. I write a little fast, you know, write a little long here, whatever. It just gives me a whole range to work with when I want to bring it in and use it for my little animations. All you're gonna do is bring in that file into Premiere and listen for anything that might match your animations and play with it a bit. That's what I do, and it really brings it to life and elevates it. And we're all about elevating here. Yeah. And last is go wild with your creativity with this. Draw plants, draw hearts, draw arrows pointing to stuff. Use your handwriting in different ways, or cursive, I don't know, whatever it is. This is counterfeit animation. You can do whatever you want. There are no rules. So I just hope that maybe this sparked a little creative bug in you, and you can bring it into your videos or your Instagram posts or your TikToks or whatever. If you do it, please tag me on Instagram. And I also would love if you did follow me on Instagram. Here it is. This is a scroll through my feed. That's not very good or aesthetic, but I'm on there way more than I am here, obviously, and I would love to have you guys follow me. Basically, I want followers on Instagram. And with that, I leave you again. This time I will not be gone that long. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed during this video. Thank you for subscribing if you've already been subscribed. If you didn't want to subscribe, that's okay. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you try it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.